Hello, this is Athlete Interviews by Sunil Sunder Raj. Today, I am happy to be speaking with Elijah Ives, a junior at Point Pleasant Beach High School in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, a combo guard of the varsity basketball team, Jersey Shore basketball AAU club team, and most importantly, selected to the PHC Hoops USA U18 team competing in Spain in June. Once again, Elijah, thank you for the opportunity. Great to be speaking with you, and congratulations, just on an incredible season playing basketball.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem, Bob. Hey, before we came on there, we just talked about what a phenomenal season it was playing on the varsity basketball team at Point Pleasant Beach High School. 174 total points, 80 rebounds, 53 assists, 35 steals, averaging 18 minutes per game. Hey, putting that number 10 Garnet Gulls jersey on, I'm just wondering, what did that represent to you personally here? Just, being able to play, again for Point Pleasant Beach here, Elijah.
No, it means a lot because I had an opportunity that not many people get to have. I had a scapegoat kind of. I got to get an opportunity for myself to leave the place where a lot of people usually stay at one high school and play all 4 years at one high school. But I thought that I had a better opportunity to go to beach, and they were there with open arms.
Yeah. Hey, look, again, and you pointed this out before we came on, first 20-win season, for the head coach, I believe Ed Goodman. You guys won 8 out of your last 9, lost to New Providence in the semifinals of the Central Jersey Group 1 state tournament, but still ended the season on such a hot, streak and note. Talk about that, just your teammates, your coaches, and the fact that I think you guys only graduated, one senior.
Yeah,
So you got the rest of the crew coming back. So again, not only this season, a lot to be proud of, but look, the future looks very bright as well here, Elijah.
yeah. Uh, so this season we started pretty well. Started with 3 wins in a row. And then we got to the Christmas tournament and we played some tough teams like Central, and then we played Red Bay Catholic and SJV.
Hmm.
And we struggled. It was a lot about like consistency and keeping on our toes and not letting it get to us that we're not hitting shots. So we kind of went in a little bit of a slump for like 4 games in a row.
Hmm.
But after that, we won 10 of the next 12, beating some good teams, some division teams. Uh, and then short conference, we beat our rival Point Borough, and we haven't beat them in like 10 years, I think, something
Wow.
around
Okay.
that number. And a big win against Howell in the short conference tournament.
Hmm.
But we lost in the second round to a good CBA team. And then after that, we closed out the season with some wins. And first round of the state tournament went pretty well. Usually, the first round of the tournament is really good for like keeping consistent and staying ready. And
Hmm.
the second round against Henry Hudson, we beat them in the regular season. I'm pretty sure by like 9, maybe more. And then we knew they were going to be ready in the second round. So they came into our gym and they definitely put up a fight. We won off of a game winning layup from my teammate Jacob. And
Hmm.
then sadly cut short to New Providence. We were hoping to, go all the way, play
Yeah.
thrive in the final, but that New Providence team was pretty well put together and they had a nice coach and
Hmm.
stayed well the whole game.
Yeah. Hey, this was a dynamic group,
Yeah.
multifaceted just in terms of scoring. What did it mean to be part of, again, such a, vibrant group, just, a bunch of players that could put the ball in the basket, at any moment's notice.
Yeah, it's great because for me, I can focus on both sides of the ball
Hmm.
and really play good defense and play good offense, and I can get my points in like the flow of the offense, and nobody really has to force anything because if the ball keeps moving,
Yeah.
um, everyone just has enough touches to get shots up.
Yeah. Hey, again, you're so flexible in terms of you can play, both point, off guard, and you have that one highlight video there of a 19-point game, 15 in the first half, 4 or 5 from behind the arc. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. I mean, just to be in the zone and just locked in, just got to be a, exhilarating feeling, Elijah.
Yeah, it's always a great feeling to get shots up and go in and just know that my teammates know that when it touches my hand, it has a very good chance of going in. And
Yeah.
being hot like that, especially opening up the game, is definitely really good.
Yeah, it's outstanding to hear. Hey, I know some of the traits that you definitely have listed: high IQ, rebounding, guard, efficient shooter, defensive dog, and motor. So have to ask you, as you alluded to on both ends, again, you're just thriving. What does it mean? I mean, just the fact that you pay such close attention, to detail, and really are ready for the task at hand. Once the ball goes up.
Yeah, I really think that I just do whatever is good to help my team win. If they need a stop, I'll guard the team's best player. I'll guard their center. I had to do that against like teams like Howell,
Mhm.
and so I'll front him. I'll play him behind. I'll hit a three at the end of the game if we need it. I'll get a steal for a layup, or if it's just simply moving the ball and bringing the ball up if the point guard has too much
Mhm.
pressure.
Yeah. Look, you're playing basketball pretty much year round. So,
Yeah.
transition, so of course playing AAU basketball, the Jersey Shore Basketball Club. Just describe what that experience has been for you as well, Elijah.
It's a great experience because we have really good players from all over Ocean County.
Hmm.
Like Aiden from Manchester, he's 1,000 point scorer. Mason from Barnegat, 1,000 point scorer. Colin from North North something, I forget. But
Hmm.
he's really good, great piece. We added him this season. We didn't have him in the fall, and we knew that we needed something to really bump us up because we knew we were going to play better competition. And
Yeah.
it's just great. They're a great bunch of guys. I love moving the ball with them and just getting shots up.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear. Hey, for you, of course, the crowning achievement has been, to be selected to the PhD Hoops USA 18U team again, competing in Spain in June. I mean, again, it just again magnificent, accolade. I mean, donning the red, white, and blue, representing, said the United States of America. I mean, just when you heard that news, what was filtering through your mind here, Elijah?
Actually, when my dad told me about it, I didn't think it was real. I thought maybe it was like a scam trying to get our money or something, maybe. But and then they hit us up and followed their Instagram, and I realized it was actually true, and I was kind of taken off guard
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah. Hey, June 8th through the 16th in Spain. Yeah, you're gonna be going up against, some of the best competition, internationally. I know you posted, I mean, going for the gold. I think putting you're wearing the number 24 jersey. I mean, it's got to give you goosebumps, knowing when you put that jersey on, it's just, it's going to be electrifying here, Elijah.
Yeah.
It's just speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely really excited to get out there. I think the competition is going to be really good. It'll be good for my game and seeing how other people play and getting to know some of the guys because I
Yeah.
know some of them are really, I've seen some of their tape and I'm excited to play with them and throw some lobs and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's going to be just incredible. Head coach, I think Rob Fry, have
Yeah.
just talk about what it's going to mean, to play for Coach Fry here.
I've seen he has some good accolades and that he's a good coach and actually heard from somebody that kind of knew him. He like played against them in a
Hmm.
tournament or something like that, and he said he's a tough coach. So I'm very
Hmm.
excited to play with him.
It's great to hear. Hey, I read the press release here by PhD Hoops USA, and uh, they said that you were chosen for your talent, playing ability, character, and desire to be part of this once in a lifetime experience. When you hear that type of positive feedback, I mean that really had to mean so much to you. I mean, it really was impactful for you.
Yeah, it's always great to hear positive feedback from, like you said before, all the work that goes in to being in the basketball life and just what it really means to be basketball. So
Mhm.
when you hear positive feedback like that, it's always great.
Hey, it's just not going to be about playing, basketball in Spain. You're going to be able to experience the culture
Hmm.
and do some sightseeing. I'm sure along with your teammates and coaches. That's, I mean, for you, to again travel overseas, visit, as said, another part of the globe, and especially in Europe. I'm sure that's something you're going to, those will be memories that will last forever, and you're definitely gonna, put that in the memory bank. Just talk about that, how excited you are for that aspect.
Yeah, so my parents have actually always wanted to go to Spain because
Okay.
Madrid and Barcelona are
Hmm.
like really big tourist spots and they're really
Hmm.
beautiful. And I'm actually excited to see some of the sites because in my Spanish class this year, we talk a lot about Barcelona and Madrid and like the spots there that are really good to
Hmm.
see.
Yeah.
So just learning about it and watching a YouTube video about it, I think it's going to be awesome to see.
Yeah, that's spectacular to hear. Hey, you also have been attending, said basketball clinics as well. One, I think, recently at Rowan University. I'm sure something that you were able to relish in as well. Is it soak up a lot of knowledge and just in terms of, the coaches there being able to talk to you guys, talk to you, personally. Just, if you could dive into that as well here, Elijah.
Yeah, I think getting in front of college coaches and like Rowan and I've been to like East Stroudsburg and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I think it's good to I always like to ask at the end like what's something I can do better.
Hmm.
And I think it's great to get different point of views of like my game and not just hearing like one coach or just my parents. And also getting playing in front of like other competition, like different competition from different parts of the state, even in Pennsylvania, and
Hmm.
really seeing where I am against everybody else.
Yeah, it's good. It's great to hear. What's so impressive is that I was able to watch the YouTube channel, and you break down the strengths of your game here. Just in terms of your shooting, and then rebounding, free throws. I mean, again, you can affect the game in so many ways. Talk about that because again, it's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of practicing as well. Can you describe that? I mean, the fact that that just has worked out so efficiently for you on the court.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of hours. Like if my team says that they don't have enough guys for practice, I'll still ask my coach if I can get in and get shots up. Maybe my dad will rebound or I have to get my own rebounds.
Hmm.
But it's always good to keep going and keep getting shots up and stay consistent. Because in the game, like having conditioning and
Yeah.
having just those repetitions, it'll always come back and help you.
Yeah, that's I'm glad we are getting into that segment because with strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery, I mean, there's mental health as well. We talk about the physical part of the game, but mentally, you got to be also, I said, in tune as well. I know that you train, I think it's Move the Rock forward. Talk about the fact, and also, don't want to leave out that you're also a football player as well. So that's got to benefit you as well.
Yeah.
Being a two-sport athlete, wide receiver, running back, and defensive back. I mean, a tool of all trades, basically, or a trick of all trades. Just talk about that. Just all those, various components. I'm sure again help you during the course of a season.
Yeah, I think football definitely helps a lot with like footwork because like for me as a running back, I have to like stay on my toes and bounce in and out of holes, and as a corner, I
Mhm.
have to definitely stay on my toes to read the defender. And reading defenders as a corner definitely helps with on-ball defense in basketball. It's
Yeah.
basically the same thing, but just without a basketball, and just the physicality of it definitely helps. I noticed after my sophomore season, definitely that football, you just get strength conditioning and just normal conditioning in general, and just being more physical is definitely what I noticed.
Mhm. How I have to ask you that transition because once you wrap up the football season, you get right into basketball. So I'm wondering how that, panned out for you, Elijah.
It's definitely a little tough because
Yeah.
the usually the end of the football season is games and the thick of the season, and then the
Hmm.
beginning of the basketball season for us, like the
Yeah.
first week, we don't really touch a basketball.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like running and push-ups and stuff like
Mhm.
that to get us back in basketball shape because everyone
Yeah.
knows that nothing's like basketball.
Yeah. Hey, just having a regimen and being able to work with, said a trainer, I'm sure that, again, it just adds another element, another dimension, said to, again, what you incorporate. Talk about that as well, Elijah.
Yeah, having I've seen different trainers along the way. I definitely
Hmm.
have like different coaches and trainers and just people that are around basketball. And
Hmm.
I ask them, I'll show them film and we'll see what they think I need to work on, and then we'll do drills and just repetition. Repetition is probably one of, if not the most important thing in basketball.
Hmm.
It's just making sure the form and just the conditioning and
Yeah.
being able to hit shots while you're tired and stuff like that definitely helps
Yeah.
like deep in the stretch of a game.
Yeah, definitely have those attributes and techniques, in place. I'm wondering, from an athlete's perspective, I ask this, is that what you're visualizing? I'm sure, like, it's different, of course, from football to basketball, but what what the mindset is once you get out there and, said you're going up against, the competition, from your vantage point, Elijah.
For football and basketball is a little bit different, but not
Hmm.
like extremely different. Like football, you need to have more of a mindset that you can't let anybody hit you. Like you have to keep going, drive your legs, and just drive through everybody. And then
Hmm.
basketball is more of a you can't let anybody anything get to your head. Keep your mind cool, your body hot, your mind cool, and if you
Yeah.
just stay warm and get through it, and then just trust in your teammates.
Yeah. I just think, your ability, especially in basketball, to stretch the floor, again, um, and just your accuracy, your range. I mean, again, you can push that ball in transition. You're a facilitator. And it said, especially being a point and off guard, excuse me. How fulfilling is that? Knowing just to get your teammates involved, but also finding your own shot, being able to drive into the paint, for pull-up shots. Just talk about, I mean, just, I guess really on the offensive side and then defensively as well, being a lockdown defender as well, like, really, just attacking, said the other point guard, the opposition point guard as well.
Yeah, I think I love getting my teammates involved because then if I get them more involved and get them shots and cuts to the basket, then it could open more for me. And if I drive and kick one time, then I might have a euro or a jump
Hmm.
stop, jump shot maybe, or a
Yeah.
floater. And on the defensive end, if you just stay and help. And always
Yeah.
defense is a lot about trusting your teammates and knowing they'll have your back.
Hmm. Yeah, no, a true floor generally you are. Hey, look, you've been playing the game since you were 5 years old. What is it about some of the tangibles that make this game so enjoyable to play? Obviously improving those fundamentals and skills is so critical. But what really stands out, for you, whether on and off the court, Elijah?
It's just knowing that I have my family with me, definitely. And
Hmm.
just like the friends you make along the way and all the great people you can meet and just like I think playing sports helps with a lot of things like in life along the way.
Hmm.
Like just staying cool and not let anything get to you really. And back to the family thing, they're with me every step of the way. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So like, not just my parents, like I have my aunts text me all the time, my cousins and just people like that, just make sure I know that they're with me.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. Hey, it's just not being an athlete; it's being a student athlete, and you've been again just uh, you know just magnificent. The classroom, 3.1 GPA. It comes down to time management organization, but AP dual enrollment classes for college credits at Ocean Community College. Definitely getting a head start on that college environment. You have AP courses in I think human geography, biology, computer science, and art, and you're interested in sports management and physical therapy. I mean, it just to again, and only being a junior, but the fact that you're taking the necessary steps to better yourself, in terms of your education. Um, I'm sure it's something you really, again, pride yourself on that, you want to be the best, but talk about that, just to see your hard work paying off, in the classroom.
Yeah, it's great because I know when I was little, I definitely didn't like doing homework and stuff like that. My parents
Yeah.
told me around like when I got to middle school, they were like, "Start getting serious now, especially if you want to
Yeah.
play basketball." And so, like taking those AP classes, like it might be a little more stress or
Hmm.
a little more homework, but I know that if I can get like the college credits and get like classes out of the way early,
Hmm.
it's like good for me in individually, and it's also good for my parents because they'll have
Yeah.
to pay less, and
Hmm.
like, I might get my associates when I graduate, but
Okay.
I might be a couple credits off.
Yeah. I mean, that again, that is awesome. I mean, just the fact that you could have an associate's, degree, by the time you graduate, high school. I mean, the fact that you have a high school diploma and a college degree. I mean, really, said just to have that, also to have a fallback, option as well, because you never know what's going to happen in athletics. But obviously, you have the talent and are going to be playing it at the next level. But and the fact that you already have aspirations of possibly majoring in sports management and physical therapy. I mean, those are, you know, booming, areas, just in terms of work. I mean, that's something I'm sure that you're definitely looking, forward to down the road here, Elijah.
Yeah, definitely, because I go to the chiropractor right now, and
Okay.
they'll do some OT with me, and it's one of the most important things to me because I
Yeah.
know that throughout the past couple of years, my knees have started to hurt, and
Hmm.
so they help me stretch. They make sure I stretch enough, make sure I'm drinking water, and
Hmm.
I'm eating good, and
Yeah.
they'll do some scraping and stuff like that. So personally, I think I can just give back to other people because I know that
Yeah.
they did a lot for me. So if
Yeah.
I get into that, I could help somebody that was just like me in high school.
Yeah, I mean, because you take your bumps and bruises, especially in the sports you play that are so physical, and just to have that, rest and recovery, and then to have the appropriate, as said, fine tuning, and just have, again, as you said, physical therapy is in demand, and again, sports management is up and coming, major as well. Hey, I just wanted to ask you, and actually, you know what? I wanted to get to the backtrack to the family component because that's so important to have that support system in place, and you obviously have had that, during your entire basketball journey. Your parents come from big families. Your mom, Lena, youngest of 8 children. Your dad, James, oldest of 5 children. You have two siblings, Selenas and Jared. Three nephews, Leo, Melo, and Lorenzo. Large extended family, as your dad said. I know you guys have a big time, gathering or Christmas party, and you have your girlfriend Hannah. I mean, just to have that, as said, it must be just again, it's so exuberant. I mean, just the fact that you have everybody there, as said, rooting you on, game after game, and then even off the court or off the field. What does that mean to you?
It's awesome just having people around me. Like if I have a bad game or something doesn't go right, to think I should have, they'll
Hmm.
after the game I walk out, they won't have a mad look on their face that I didn't play good, but they'll bring me up and tell me that like it's not the end of the world. Like the
Yeah.
next one's going in, or next game is yours, or whether it's just my cousins telling me that they're going to beat me in basketball every summer. That well, it'll just motivate me a
Yeah.
little bit to keep getting better.
Yeah. Hey, look, you set the table just in terms of being a role model, said for your siblings, your extended family, or, said your nephews and nieces. W- just what does it mean? I mean, because obviously, it's a grind. I said it's a journey. It's to go through this, and a lot of practices, a lot of games, a home and away. But to have that, 24/7, 365. I mean, I'm sure it's something you don't take for granted. You really cherish quite a bit here, Elijah.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I've been wanting to do more this year is make sure I know what I have in front of me and not take anything for granted.
Hmm.
Because like my little cousins, I know that they can be loud sometimes or something, or my
Hmm.
nephews. I live with two of them, my sister's kids,
Hmm.
and they just keep me like on my toes all the time. Like they're
Yeah.
just fun to be around and they keep me like not as stressed out. I know I can come home and he wants to play basketball with me as soon as I walk through the door, and
Yeah.
it's just fun being around them.
Yeah, it's beautiful to hear. Hey, specifically, I want to ask you about your mom and dad. I'm sure, again, you have a lot. You're so grateful, just, again, for their love and support. What have they meant to you? I said here as well.
Yeah, they mean everything to me, definitely. They no matter what I want to do or what they want me to do, they want me to do what will make me happy and what will give me the best opportunity.
Hmm.
So if I need somebody to take me somewhere or do anything with me, they're always there. Like if my dad
Hmm.
is at work, my mom will take me. If they're both doing stuff, they'll sacrifice for me. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, it's again, just great to hear. Hey, I wanted to ask you, whether it's college or NBA, any particular players that you pay close attention to, Elijah, and maybe sort of try to take away some of their tendencies and tidbits, and just maybe apply it to your game.
Yeah, my favorite basketball player of all time is definitely Derrick Rose.
Okay.
But I love the way he played and explosive,
Hmm.
and he could still hit a jump shot and do
Yeah.
everything along the lines. But the one I love right now is Jimmy Butler.
Yes. Yeah.
He does everything on both sides of the floor, whether it's defend the best player on the other team or go get a bucket for his team and
Hmm.
pick his teammates up. I think he's a great all around guy.
Yeah. He just displays that unselfishness, on the court, which is, just again, tremendous to see. Hey, big part is social media. I wanted to jump into this highlight videos and, just really posting your content, allowing everybody across the spectrum to see your talent. What does that mean? X formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, encompassing those various, platforms. I'm sure has really bumped you up and, like, really again, uh, the fact that you can get your name out there and get, noticed across the country and the world.
Yeah, being on social media and having highlight tape and things for coaches to watch is definitely one of the most important things for recruitment besides just putting in the work. And back to my parents, they helped a lot with stuff like that. My dad will record
Hmm.
the games and even help edit with them and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And, just being on them and talking to coaches and reaching out, and maybe they reach out to me and just having conversations with them. And if they can go to my YouTube and see what they like, they can text
Hmm.
me on Instagram, Twitter, or X now. They can email me. They can get to me in a lot of different ways. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really a game changer, just in
Yeah.
terms, I think it's, revolutionary. The fact that you just in the blip of a second, you can, be connected, with so many people, and, even connecting with other athletes. I'm sure you've been able to do as well, and you can, trade, said notes, or just like, just in terms of, your game, with other, people, I'm sure that is definitely coming to play. Hey, you got a lot on your plate. It's stressful. I mean, what you have to deal in terms of athletics and academics. So I know some of your hobbies are playing Xbox, Top Golf, going out to eat, and watching the New York Knicks and New York Giants, and I believe University of Auburn in basketball and football. What does it mean to just be able to kick back, relax, just clear your mind, sort of de-stress? I mean, I'm sure those are the moments that you just are able to be in a different space here, Elijah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best feelings. Just being able to sit down and relax and do something that I love. Like last night, I watched the Knicks
Yeah.
advance in the playoffs, play the Celtics on
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson game winner.
that's
I
right.
was sitting there watching with my dad, and we were on the edges of our seat, and it's just great, great to be around people and just not have to worry about school or basketball sometimes, and
Yeah.
just just be alone and whatever.
Yeah, be able to concentrate and just, have fun, doing
Yeah.
something, I said, with watching your favorite teams. Hey, before you get the final word and message, which is well deserved, Elijah, I think you're in a great spot here. Again, I think as a role model for the younger kids and athletes out there, and obviously you see them at the high school games. A lot of kids coming out to watch you guys. Uh, as you know, it's so competitive out there, trying to separate yourself from the rest of the pack and, be different, like, just in terms of the talent. What would you say to those kids out there if they were to watch this, just in terms of, trying to find the sport they're good at and then just, again, trying to, um, thrive and just being able to move up that ladder?
Yeah, I'd say if you want to try something new, you just got to do it. Even if people are telling you that you can't do it or it's too hard, or if something just seems out of reach, like you can't let somebody tell you that you can't do what you want to do.
Hmm.
And just another thing is stay in school and
Yeah.
go to school and do your work and all that, because that's a really big key to going somewhere with sports or anything else. Like I go to like the camps and stuff with schools, and
Hmm.
that's the first thing they say. If you don't
Yeah.
have good grades, you can't really don't really have the leverage to put you on the team and stuff like that.
That's right. Sound advice because and then you're unable to participate and that's again can be a huge detriment. Hey, Elijah, I wanted to give you the final word and message again for family, friends, teammates, and coaches at Point Pleasant Beach High School, Jersey Shore Basketball Club AAU team, and the PhD hoops team USA U18 team. Wanted to give you the floor. I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank here, Elijah.
Yeah, I just want to thank my parents, family, friends, teammates, coaches, Coach Goodman, Coach Josh, Coach T, Coach Z, and everyone else, like Coach Fry and guys like that, giving me opportunities, and just guys that help me along the way. And even if it's not a coach or a mentor, even somebody younger than me that can give me advice about anything, it's just
Mm.
great. And I'm thankful for everyone.
Hey, well said. A true honor and privilege being able to speak with you, Elijah, about your basketball journey. It's, far from over, especially here in high school. And, again, congrats. Wishing you continued success, especially, safe travels, to Spain in June, again, playing for the PhD Hoops team, USA U18 team. And, again, I'm sure we're going to be hearing about great things about you, I said when you're over there and, looking forward to, again, being able to run this back, said down the road.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.